Good morning, Mom. This is Tumanot Gretchen B, BSBA3 Marketing Management. So, my topic for today is all about behavioral process of marketing channel. When we say behavioral, it is the way how we act or behave in a particular place, a situation. It is the way we function and make an action in an organization. The marketing channel as a social system. When we say social system, how we are going to socialize with other people in our organization, in other member, which a social system, it is generated by process of interaction and the socio-cultural level occurs between two or more actors. Actor can be an individual or a collective. So, a social system is a complex set of human relationships interacting in many ways. So the way possible interactions are as limitless as the stars in universe, in which each small group in a subsystem within larger groups that are subsystems or even larger groups and so on until all the world's population is included. It is within a single organization. The social system includes all the people in it and their relationships to one another and to the outside world. 2 points stand out, and complex interactions among people in the social system is first, the behavior of any one member can have an impact directly or indirectly on the behavior of other. Although these impacts may be large or small, but still all parts of the system are mutually interdependent. Simply stated as a change in one part of a system affects all other parts, even though its impact may be slight. Second is important point resolves around the system's boundaries. That any social system engages in exchange with its environment, receiving input from it and providing output to it. A social system are therefore an open system that interact with our surroundings. Consequently, members of a system should be aware of the nature of our environments and our impacts in other members, both within and outside of our own social system. Another marketing channel are not just economic system, but marketing channels are also a social system. Therefore, the same behavioral process existing in all social systems also exist in marketing channels. So these are the conflict in the marketing channel. The conflict exists when a member of a marketing channel perceives that another member's actions impeded the attainment of his or her goals. So first we have conflict versus competition. So conflict, it is a direct personal and opponent centered behavior. Nangyayari ito kapag mayroong masalungat or hindi sumang-ayon sa mga pagpaplano or kung ano yung gusto mong mangyari sa isang bagay. Another competition is a behavior. Okay? It is a behavior that is object-centered, indirect, and impersonal. Ang ano kasi sa example sa Hmm. Sa competition is that mm, kapag may plano ka, kasi nangyayari ito between two or more people or in a group that is oppose each other to achieve goal that only one can attain. Letter B, cause of channel conflict analysis and research have pointed many possible causes of channel conflict. So number one, we have six causes of channel conflict analysis. So first is misunderstood communications. So 'di ba? Kapag nasa isang grupo kayo, tapos hindi kayo nagkakaunawaan, communication pa lang ay conflict na. What will happen, 'di ba? Maaaring ang sinasabi ng isa ay hindi sumang-ayon yung isa or hindi naiintindihan or naiiba ang pagka-intindi nung isa. Another is divergent functional specialization and goals of channel members, in which it tending to be different or develop in different directions. Ano sila? May bawat isa sa kanila ay may iba't ibang pamamaraan sa pag-develop ng kanilang strategy in different directions. So, hindi sila iisa ang directions, which is may malaking posibilidad na hindi sila magkakaunawaan sa pag-achieve ng goal na iyon. Another is feeling in joint decision, in which magkaiba yung decision making nila. Magkaiba ang posibilidad na magiging failure ito. Pang-apat is differing economic objectives. Ganon din. Pag magkaiba yung objectives ninyo, what will happen? Walang mabuting patutunguhan or walang pagkakaunawaan. Ideological differences of channel members. Next is inappropriate channel structure. So, sa mga ganitong conflict, kailangan talaga ng mga members na magkaisa. Kailangan talaga ng unity. Dapat parehong paggawa ng decision making. Dapat parehong maintindihan ang communication. Yung may iisang layunin na dapat ma-achieve. So these are the types of conflict. Vertical channel conflict, which is in different levels but in the same channel. Another, horizontal channel conflict, same level within the channel. Multi-channel conflict, it is from different market channels. So there are 7 categories of channel conflict. First is role incongruities, which members of marketing channel have a series of rules they are expected to fulfill. If a member deviates from the given role, a conflict situation may result. So it is a set of perceptions that defining what the behavior of opposition members should be. For example, a franchisor is expected to provide extensive management assistance and promotional support for franchisees. In return, the franchisees are expected to operate in strict accordance with the franchisor standards, operating procedure. So if either of the franchisee or the franchisees deviate from from their roles, the conflict of the situation will be or may result. So kung magkaiba yung mga ipinapakita or binibigay ng franchisor or ng franchisee, so magkakaroon talaga ng conflict. Another is resource scarcity. Resource scarcity, sometimes conflict stem from a disagreement between channel members over the allocation of these invaluable resources needed to achieve their respective goals. So it is between manufacturers and retailers over house accounts, site selection in franchised channels. So example of resource scarcity is the allocation between the wholesaler and the salesman. In the case, both wholesaler and salesman as a valuable resource necessary to achieve their target view. The retailers, it's frequently the wholesale distributor decides to keep some of high volume retailers for himself as his accounts. This leads to objection by salesperson over what they consider to be an unfavorable allocation of resources. This kind of disputes is often one of the conflicts. So, malaki ang posibilidad na may ginagawa kang labag or hindi tugma sa between wholesaler and the retailer. So, sa pag-distribute nila ng mga produkto, kung hindi sila pareho ng decision is malaki ang possibility na may mangyayaring conflict or hindi pagkakaunawaan. So, number 3 is perceptual differences. Perception refers to, from the word perceptual, perception refers to the way an individual select and interpret environmental stimuli. The way that stimuli are perceived are often quite different from objective reality. So, perceptual differences. Example in the case of a sales material provided by manufacturing company for their retailer to put on at their retail counters. From the company point of view, these sale material are valuable promotional foods needs to move their products off the retailer shelves, whereas the retailer often perceives the material as useless junk which serves only to the take up its valuable space. So, 'di ba? Kung iba yung perception, iba yung um, pinapakita ng manufacturing dun sa mga retailer, what will happen? For example, ito yung ang gustong mangyari ng retailer is dapat maganda yung pagkakagawa, dapat perfect yung sa pag ano niya, naiisip niya na yun yung maaring produkto na ibebenta niya, tapos yung nagkamali yung manufacturer ng company. Tapos iba yung nabigay niya. Hindi na ano ng retailer, hindi nagustuhan. So, malaki talaga ang tsansa na magkaroon ng conflict between the retailer and the manufacturing company. Maaring hindi na bibili or hindi na pag-ugnayan yung retailer sa manufacturing company. Another is expectational differences. Various channel members' expectations about the behavior of their other channel members. Sometimes this forecast turn out inaccurate, but the channel member who makes the forecast will take action based upon the predicted outcomes, thus channel conflict. So, example of this could be seen at the retail end where a retailer expects stock on credit due to his past experience. Now, if the salesman, upon instructions of the distributor, tries to tightens the credit suddenly, the retailer might refuse to oblige, resulting in possible conflict. So, dapat huwag masyadong mag-expect kasi lahat lahat nakadepende sa takbo ng pamamahala sa negosyo at panahon. So, maaring yung strategy na nalalaman mo noon or na-experience mo noon, maaaring iba din yung strategy nung nagpalit ka ng um, wholesaler, retailer ka tapos nagpalit ka ng wholesaler. Maaari talaga na may pagkakaiba. Kung ano yung na-experience mo noon, hindi mo na maaaring ma-experience na ngayon. So, dapat hindi natin masyadong taasan yung expectations natin kasi both sides kasi may pag malaki yung ina-expect mo, malaki kasi yung magiging conflict kasi umasa ka. So number 5 is decision domain disagreements. This channel member explicitly carve out themselves an area of decision making that they feel is exclusively theirs. Hence, conflict arises over which member has a right to make what decisions. So, sa paggawa ng decisions, kailangan talaga is um, both parties are agree kung ano mang maaring decision na gagawin. So another is 6 goal incompatibilities, in which each member of the marketing channel has his or own goals. Situations in the organization which hardly overcome by having differences in setting goals. For example, when goals of the two or more members are incompatible, conflict may result and incompatible goals often arise between channel member. For the most common conflict issues which arise between manufacturer and industrial distributor. These conflict issues such as how to handle large accounts, the inventory stocking levels, the quality of distributor management, and also the size of a distribution margin. So another is communication difficulties, in which communication is the creative vehicle for all interactions among channel members, whether such interactions are cooperative or conflicting. It is a foul up of breakdown in the process of communication that can return quickly a cooperative relationships into a conflicting one. Like for example, a manufacturer often make changes in product design, prices, and promotional strategies. Then the reseller generally feel that they are entitled to ample advance notice of such changes so that they can make appropriate strategic adjustments if necessary. If adequate communication is not provided and this failing results in negative consequence for a channel member that can result into a severe conflict. Kasi kung ano yung pinag-uusapan nyo, kung ano yung pinag-aagrihan nyo, tapos hindi pala yun yung magiging resulta o hindi pa yun yung output, what will happen, di ba? Iba yung ine-expect mo, dito pa rin yung expectation. Kasi, iba yung pinag-uusapan nyo. Iba yung naging result. So, what will happen? Malaki talaga ang impact na mayroong conflict na mangyayari between two parties, between the manufacturer to the reseller. Another is there are four generalizations regarding channel conflict. First is conflict is an inherent um, behavioral dimension in the marketing channel. Second, given the numerous causes from vehicle conflict may stem is a pervasive phenomenon in marketing channels. Third, conflict can be affect efficiency. Bakit maging apekto ang conflict sa pagiging efficiency? Instead of you are efficient in that particular thing. Dahil sa conflict na nangyayari, meron na kasing gap na instead of magka-unite yung isang group, mawala na yung focus. Focus sa trabaho. Focus sa kung ano man yung um, specific position na dapat gampanan mo. So, fourth is various levels of conflict may have both negative and positive effects in the channel efficiency or passively an effect. So, dapat talaga sa isang organization, dapat lahat ng channel members ay nagkakaisa. They should promote the same strategies, the same plan, the same decision making para ma-achieve nila yung objectives na gusto nila pareho. So, channel managers must first detect conflicts or potential conflicts every time there an abrupt communication. So, dapat as a manager channel, kailangan mong unang makapansin kung ano may nangyayari sa isang organization. Dapat alam mo kung paano sila pagkaisahin, kung paano ito aayusin para maiwasan na ang conflict. Next is appraise the effects and the conflicts in the work environment. Dapat, kung may nangyayari mang hindi pagkakaunawaan, ay agad-agad dapat itong masusolusyonan at magawan ng mas effective strategy to prevent this kind of conflict. Kasi nakakasira ito ng relationship between the workers na instead of magkakaisa para sa main goal or for the success of the company, because of the conflict na nangyayari ay ayon na yung pagtakbo ng kumpanya ay maaring hindi mabuti yung maging takbo kasi dahil sa mga nangyayaring conflict inside that company. The manager must resolve channel conflict inside the company premises. Doon pa lang mismo sa premises na yun, dapat solusyonan na nung managers para hindi na aabot pa dun sa pinakataas. Kasi pag aabot na doon, mas lalong lalala pa yung sitwasyon. Another is manager must resolving channel conflict is by attribution, in which mas resolvahan agad ang isang conflict sa pamamagitan ng paggawa ng pagpupulong or mabigyan ng lessons, mabigyan ng training, sapat na kaalaman kung paano makikipag-socialize, paano makisabay sa um, bawat isa, lalong-lalo na sa trabaho. Okay? Kasi kinakailangan talaga ng socializing when it comes in marketing. Kasi ang may masamang um, mangyari or mayroong conflict sa isang grupo, apektado lahat. Hindi lang sa grupo na yun, kundi apektado yung buong organization, buong grupo na kinabibilangan ng isang hindi pagkakaunawaan. So, behavioral problems in channel communication. Differing goals, corporate management, and manufacturing firms translate into aggressive effort to build, increase, or high sales volume. The channel members should attempt to understand the goals of their members to learn whether they are much different from those of their own firms. O dapat buong members, they should attempt to understand the goals of the members. Bawat isa sa atin ay may kanya-kanyang goals. So dapat magkaintindihan, dapat magkaunawaan, dapat unite, dapat nating alalahanin o dapat nating maintindihan na bawat isa sa atin ay may iba't ibang goals na gustong ma-achieve, gustong gawin. Number 2 is language differences. Language differences, it is the other basic communication problems between the manufacturer and the channel members that sometimes focuses on the terminologies used by the potential corporate management. The channel manager has to ensure that the language used in the channel communication is well understood and presented by all channel members. So, lahat tayo, we have a different level of understanding. So dapat as a channel manager, we should have to ensure that the language that we use in the in the channel communication is well understandable and well presented by all the channel members para mas madaling maintindihan, para mas madaling magawa yung trabaho nila, para mas may unity sa grupo. 3 is other behavioral problems in channel communications. So there are 3 other behavioral problems that can inhibit effective channel communications. First is perceptual differences. This happen among channel members on a wide variety of issues. It is therefore important that channel managers spell out such issues as delivery time, margin and discounts, return privilege, warranty provisions, and so forth, so that the channel members have the same understanding as the channel manager. Perceptual differences, just like I've mentioned earlier, that this happened among channel members on a wide variety of issues. It is therefore important that channel managers should spell out such issues as delivery time, margin and discounts, return privilege, warranty provisions, and so forth, so that the channel members have the same understanding as the channel manager. Another is secretive behavior. From the word secret, it is the idea on not divulging or sharing of information such as an upcoming promotional plan. Manufacturers fail to get potential valuable feedback from the channel members on how whether or not to plan will be effective. So dapat lahat as a manager or you should be a transparent. You should dapat sinasabi mo lahat, um, pinapakita mo lahat. Lahat ng impormasyon dapat sinishare mo para ma-avoid o ma-prevent natin ang conflict. Para kung may problema, masosolusyonan agad, mabigyan ng magkaroon ng ideas para unite yung decision na gagawin para sa paggawa ng strategies kung may problema man. As well as sa promotional, di ba? Mahalaga yun para sa mga empleyado na pag-usapan. At mahalaga yun para malaman nila kung ano ang kanilang magiging feedback or anong gusto nilang mangyari. So, dapat talaga is pinag-uusapan, walang sekreto dapat. Kasi, sa isang grupo, para kayong pamilya, dapat pinag-uusapan lahat. Problems or the success of the company. Dapat hindi sinisikreto yan. So, and the last one is inadequate frequency of communication, in which the association of infrequent communication with a lower quality communications applies. A channel manager must ensure that they communicate as frequently as necessary with all channel members to ensure that quality of communication is not compromised. Napakahalaga talaga ang communication. Simpleng lang sa mga channel members, as much as necessary. So, dapat adequate talaga yung frequency ng communication na binibigay ng channel manager sa lahat ng channel members. At dahil dyan, you can, as a channel manager, you can get their support, you can get their ideas, you can get their efficient job to their work. Kailangan, pag gumawa ka ng isang business, kailangan mo talagang malaman ang mga paraan, mga strategies, at ang proseso ng behavioral marketing channel. How you are going to handle things inside the premises or outside and inside and out of the country. When you are going to make a business, kailangan talaga sasang-ayon ng lahat. Hindi lang ikaw dapat yung magpaplano. Dapat sasang-ayon din yung mga members mo or yung mga trabahante mo. All in all, as a channel manager, you have the big responsibility pag ng behavior inside the premises, inside the organization. Ikaw dapat yung manguna. Ikaw dapat yung unang makaalam. Ikaw dapat yung nagbibigay ng resolve or solution sa lahat ng problema or conflict na nangyayari sa isang organization. Dapat ikaw yung role model. So, sa'yo ikaw yung responsible for that. Ikaw yung mag-cater kung paano nila ayusin kung may problema mang mangyari. At paano mo ito i-change into something na para mas strong pa yung relationship ng mga channel members. So, yan lang po, ma'am. Maraming salamat po.